Okay, we are live now. I'm going to make you host. So kindly
Okay,
make me co-host.
will do. Okay, you're now co-host. So we should be good to go.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow, 46 registered. Cool. Can't stop yawning.
Hi, Ty.
Hey, Ty.
Oh, hi. Hi. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. Hi, Vicky and Salway and Chris. Oh, there's too many for me to name now. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hopping in very quickly. Cool. So good to see you guys this evening. Well, let me go ahead and shift over and we'll start our slides. Get that little housekeeping out of the way. Welcome to Kundalini Yoga chair or mat. Most of us will be practicing on the chair, but if you're wanting to use a mat tonight, call out to me early in the class and I'll make sure that I describe it both ways. My name is Ty. I'm your guide for the evening. And I practiced Kundalini Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Tai Chi, and Qigong for a number of years, long before I retired. But within a few years of retiring, I decided to go get trained as a teacher because I thought once I retire, I'll have plenty of time and I can use it to share this information with other people. So for Kundalini Yoga, I was trained for in a group that was certified by Yoga Alliance. That's the big yoga registration group around the world. But then I also went back and got trained a second time by the Kundalini Yoga Institute. Their training, their Teachers Association is IKYTA. It's a much more arduous training in Kundalini Yoga. So it made me feel quite comfortable and qualified to spread the information about the Kundalini technology. And so tonight I'm here with you to fulfill my chosen mission in my retirement years of guiding you through your Kundalini yoga practice. The goal to become healthier. We're here tonight on Get Set Up, where we come together to transfer knowledge. Seniors learn from each other. Now, ideally, since this is a movement class, ideally I can see you from your camera. But if you choose not to turn your camera on, that's acceptable. I'd rather have you here in class with the camera off than not attending. So please come on and leave your camera off. But I hope as you grow comfortable with me in the class, and a future class, maybe you will decide to turn your camera on. And if you've got your camera on, thank you, because what I see is feedback that helps me lead the class. We have Rachel as our TA tonight. She's here to help you with any technical questions. Communicate with her through the chat box. And she's arranging a recording, so that'll be available after class. Now, all you have to do after class is email help@getsetup.io, and they'll set you up with a copy. If you're coming in tonight through live stream, thank you for making that effort to come that way. But the best way to participate is to join us in the class. So maybe for a future class, you'll register and come that route and actually join us. We'd appreciate that. Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific products. Now, this is a movement class. I guess you would even call it an exercise class. So you want to know what limits your doctor defines for your specific situation, especially if you have any health conditions or you're taking any medications. My assumption is you've had that discussion and you're honoring every rule that your doctor lay out for you, because I want to be able to trust that you're not overdoing it. Now, second, the rule is trust your body. Pay attention to what your body's telling you. Is it telling you to slow down? Are you feeling lightheaded or short of breath? Follow these sensations and sit down, stop, do what's necessary to protect yourself. And third, then you can pay attention to what I'm doing and follow my directions. Doctor first, your own body second, and then me. Kundalini yoga is not well known in this part of the world, but it's actually a therapeutic movement practice developed in the ancient area, in an ancient time in India, in an area called Punjab. It was brought to the West in the 70s in a response to help hippies who were taking drugs to find an alternate way to find a way into their enlightenment. Well, a guru came over, met these hippies, started teaching them, and realized they need him more than India needed him. So he stayed to give them an alternate way to pursue their enlightenment than using drugs. That's why so many of your really well-trained teachers today in their 60s and 70s have been doing it since the 70s, and they're ex-hippies. Though if you talk to some of them seem like they're still hippies. They're pretty cool people. Now, movements in Kundalini are not like Hatha yoga, where you either do the movement or you don't do the movement. You stand on your head or you don't stand on your head or whatever. In Kundalini, they're very simple movements that you do repetitively, and you use the breath as a mechanism for helping promote the movement, so they stay in sync. You can do it standing or seated. Some of the seated exercises are actually done standing and holding onto the chair. So if you need to stay seated, please do. If I say stand up, don't do it if you need to stay seated. But it is suitable for all ages, whether you're 10 or 110. Every exercise is modifiable. You can do less of it. If we're doing it for 3 minutes, you can do it for 1 minute. If we're doing it quickly, you can slow down. Do what you need to do to protect yourself, and do as much as you can to maintain the integrity of the movements as you can. And I'm here to help you with modifications. I will be proposing quite a few during class. Kundalini yoga has objectives. We want to build our nervous system, and this technique really does make our nervous system stronger. It massages our organs and glands, which is why some of our exercises seem kind of silly, because we're actually trying to get into that part of the body and work a specific organ or gland. Overall, we want to make the body operate more optimally, bring about more integration of mind and body. Bottom line, we want to be healthier. As I mentioned, it's from the Punjab region. I think I've been through all this. I need to take this slide out. One interesting fact about Kundalini Yoga is it was a secret. Basically, it was a secret until the 60s or 70s because it was restricted to royalty and the upper echelons, the priest, the monks. The common people were not permitted to know about Kundalini and practice it. It was restricted for the special people. Well, when the guru brought it to the West and started teaching it to the hippies, that opened the door. The word spread worldwide. So now it's known to be a yoga for the householder. Householder is a term meaning the people who actually work, the people who have daily challenges, hold jobs, raise family, and manage businesses. So it's a path for anybody who wants to cope better, anybody who wants to deal better with stress. Simple rules: never practice with pain, never move in a way your physician instructed you not to, never move in a way that you know you should not do, listening to your body. Never let the body on its own just slow or stop. Amazingly, this happens all the time. It's part of our built-in method of how we deal with movement. But in the class, try to stay on your body to keep moving until you make the conscious decision of, no, I need to stop, or no, I need to slow down, or no, I need to lower my arms. Because your body will start trying to make it easier on you without you without you thinking it through and making that decision. So if that's what's happening and you're fully capable of going on, you want to keep breathing, focus on your breath, and see through the movement. When you know you should stop that movement, you do so, but make that intellectual decision first. We practice belly breathing, abdominal breathing, or diaphragmatic breathing. We breathe deep into our belly instead of our chest. And I'll talk about that more in class. So with that being said, let's get busy. Let's do some practice. So you can, this should be seated tonight or on a mat. Please wear loose fitting clothes. If you didn't tonight, please in the future classes. Barefoot or soft shoes or socks, and have water available. So let me spotlight myself. There we go. Let's get started here before I move my chair back. Sit up tall in your chair, feet flat on the floor. Raise the head to the sky, stretching your backbone, really straightening that backbone, and then tuck your chin just a little, so it'll straighten the vertebra in your neck. Relax your hands down to your lap and relax your shoulders. Your shoulders have a tendency to come up, so this is a great opportunity just to let them rest. And we're just going to start a slow breath into our belly. As you breathe in, notice the belly button pushing out. As you exhale, notice the belly floating back toward the backbone. If it's convenient and comfortable for you, inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. If it's better for you, exhale through the mouth. Sometimes just the sound of the exhale through the mouth is relaxing. Ah, that human sigh. Now, once you've got your breath going, you're in your seated easy pose. See if you can count to 4 while you inhale. Like inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. And then just keep repeating that with a count of 4. Every exhale, allow your body just to relax a little deeper into the position. If you're comfortable with it, start allowing your exhale to go to the count of 6. Inhale 4 and exhale 6. It's a yoga tool or trick, however you want to look at it, that making your exhale longer than your inhale leads the body into relaxation. Continue that breath. I'm going to start up some music. It's going to be soft. If you can barely hear it, don't worry about that. Just as long as, it'd be nice if you can hear it, but if you can't hear it, don't sweat it. Gently open your eyes. If you happen to have a cloth or a soft shoe or anything like a foot and a half long, use it. If you don't have to use it, but sit up straight and bring the hands high overhead, about a foot or a foot and a half apart, and then just start circling with the shoulders. One direction, just the instructions are to go clockwise. I really don't know which direction that is. You can figure that out, go clockwise. Keeping the torso steady and straight. And just rotating at the shoulders. Nice and slow. Remembering to breathe. You don't need to count your breaths at this point, just breathe. I'm going to start talking options and modifications. Let's say you have a bad shoulder. Work the good shoulder. If you have two shoulders that are a little weak, work one and then the other. Do what you need to do. It's not how much you do, it's just that you do. So try to keep the arms straight. You're going to notice that little, what I was talking about earlier about the body changing on you without you even thinking about it. The body's going to start doing this. It's going to start bending those elbows. See if you can override it and say, no, body, I'm in charge here. Keep those arms straight. Unless you decide that you need to do that for your own comfort, to avoid pain or to follow doctor's orders. Breathe. Start to notice the sensation of the breath in your chest. Even though you're breathing into the belly, notice the breath flowing down through the chest. You're doing great. Remember, it's always permissible to rest. If you take time out from one of the exercises, what I propose is that you sit there and visualize in your mind that you're doing the exercise. And you're not just doing the exercise, you're doing it perfectly. No one could do it better than what you're seeing in your mind's eye. Good job. Tonight's class is about removing blocks in the body, things that interfere with your energy flow and make you feel less than perfect. Relax your arms down. Shake those arms out a little bit. Move them in a different direction. If you're giving them that little bit of torture. We're not through torturing them yet. You want to separate your knees just a little bit. And you're going to bring the arms high overhead, but you're not going to circle this time. Just keep them high overhead. Now, if it's too much to keep them this high, give them a little bit of an angle. You choose, but try to go as high as you're comfortable. Now we're going to take the hands, the head, and the back in one line, lever at the hips, down and up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Breathing. Exhale down. If you're feeling any pain, instantly stop. We don't want that sort of discomfort. If you need to release the arms for that reason, just bring them down and see if you can continue the levering. You can cross your arms if you like. If you're having back trouble and you don't want to do the levering, then stay within your comfort zone, even if it means holding the arms up straight. Maybe you can just lever forward and back a little and be in your comfort zone. We don't want to injure. We want to build, we want to strengthen, but not injure. Exhale down, inhale up. Big breaths. Let the movement follow your breath. If you're doing a nice slow inhale and exhale, let the movement be very slow. How long can you make that exhale? Nice slow exhale. Bringing the arms down if you need to. I have a problem with my left shoulder, so I sometimes give it a rest. And I'll just continue like with my right. Grabbing water if you need it. When the arms come up, pause, shake those hands out, shake those arms, bring down, roll those arms. Good job. Now, let's come back into our seated easy pose. Feet flat on the floor, knees right over the ankles. Kind of squared off here. Shoulders over the hips. Nice little square shape. Tuck the chin just a little. We're going to do a spinal flex. Take the chest and you bow it forward. Then you take it and bow backwards. The back goes out like a cat's back would. Your hands can be on your legs or your thighs. Inhale as you bow forward into what we call cow. Exhale as you bow back into cat. Nice and gentle. We're transitioning the vertebra in the spine so that each one's moving a little bit further or less far than its neighbor. This is really good for spinal flexibility. Great exercise in the morning. Doesn't matter how far you go. You can go a very slight bow if you need to. If you're more flexible, you can go a little further. Just don't force it beyond where you should go. We're all built differently. One exercise that you may have no trouble with, might be somebody else's challenge, and one that you have a challenge with might be easy for that same person because we're built so differently. So stay within your range of motion that's acceptable and play. I call that playing with your edge, where you go, exactly no further than you should and play with that edge. Turn where I can see you guys. Good job. The shoulders can move a little bit in this, like when you bow back in cat, the shoulders can come forward. And when you bow forward, the shoulders can go back a little. There's many versions of spinal flex. This one is one of the more extensive ones. You may start noticing sensations along your spine, and that's because you're working those little tendons and ligaments and muscles right there around the vertebra. We want to keep, we talk about keeping the spine flexible because it affects our movement, but we also want the spine to be not only flexible, but sturdy, because it protects all those nerves going up and down to our brain. Now come back to center and pause. Separate your knees just a little. We're going to raise the arms up high overhead, and let me turn sideways. You're going to lean back a little, just a little. That's why you like a little space here. You're going to lean back. Then you're going to lever forward like we did earlier, but this time you're going to let the hands go down and then dangle. You might even touch the floor depending on how you're built, and then come back up. These are called miracle bends. Maybe you just dangle the arms and then come back up. That's fine. Keep the head and arms and back straight as long as you can. And then when you get to that edge, let them just dangle. Inhale up and exhale down. If you need to, you can just come down and touch your knees and use the knees as a point of positioning to give that back strength. Give it a little extra support. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And always put your hands on your knees to push yourself back up. Anything to protect that lower back. Or you can just go halfway down, whatever works for you. Or you can just put your hands on your knees and lever like this. That way your back is fully supported. Now pause. I want you to take your shoulders and turn to your left side to where your shoulders are kind of bordering. You got one shoulder on each side of the knee, and then you can put your hands on your knee and lever down and back up. Turn to the other knee, bow to that knee. If you like, you can keep a hand on each knee just to make it convenient, or you can take the hands and switch each time. Exhale down. We're doing a lot of lower back work so far, so that actually does work your kidneys, your liver, your intestines. So drink a lot of water tonight. Allow your body to really flush it out. I promise the next one is not a lower back exercise. Really turn that torso so when you bow, your head is like facing that knee. Now come back to center and pause. If you're comfortable coming standing, come standing with me. Otherwise, stay in the chair and I'll tell you what we're going to do in the chair. You might want to keep the chair handy to touch for balance. For this one, put your hands on your hips. Take one foot and step over the other foot. And then bring it back. And then take the other foot and bring it over and bring it back. So it's basically like this. Just make sure you're well balanced. In my case, I have a wall behind me, so I would probably do this while holding on to the wall. But you're going back and forth. Now, if you're standing, go ahead and continue with that. If you're seated, we're going to do the same thing. 1 foot over there, bring it back. 1 foot over there, bring it back. So alternate the feet. Foot crosses the other foot and you bring it back. Breathing. Nice straight posture, sitting up straight or standing up straight. You may notice I have balance issues. I have peripheral neuropathy. So exercises like this actually does help me create better balance, but they are awkward for me to do, which is why I like to stay close to the chair and close to the wall. Now come back still, just stop in the center. Now, make sure you have space above you. Like I have a fan here, so I've got to be careful because I'm going to be reaching up there. But we're going to take the hands and we're going to cross them the same way the feet. So like right foot over left foot, cross the hands. Uncross the hands, uncross the feet. Go the other direction, cross the hands. So it's like this. Just don't hit the fan if you've got one. I've hit this one many times. I've not hurt myself, but I'm afraid I'm going to hurt the fan. Now, of course, if you're in the chair, it's the same thing. You can do the upper body part only if you want to, or just do the lower body part only. Like I say, it's not how much you do, it's that you do. Not how far you move, just that you move. And breathing. This one's an easy one to forget and kind of hold your breath, concentrating. You want to stay moving. Breathe. You can move quickly if you're comfortable with that balance, or you can go very slowly. Got issues like mine with the peripheral neuropathy, slow might be best. If you have trouble with the shoulders, you could always cross forward. You You can see how these exercises are just endlessly modifiable to meet your needs. The important thing is to try to keep the basis for the exercise going. And I hit the fan. Keep it going. We've got another 30 seconds on this one. I'm doing a countdown. So hang in there. Can you make it through 30 more seconds? "15 seconds. Hang in there. 10 seconds. 5. And that's it. You can release the arms down. Let's do something called shake the tree. Our tree blows in the wind. Just rotate the torso and swing those arms. This is actually a Qigong exercise called wind blows the tree, or tree blows in the wind. But it's a really good recovery for what we've been doing. I got the idea because one of you were doing it a minute ago. I'm not naming any names. I saw somebody doing this and I went, oh, that's a great recovery for this exercise. Okay, come seated. Now for something different. We're gonna make soft fist. Both hands make a soft fist. Bring them up to about chest level and rotate one fist over the other, like that. Now I'm proposing to go quickly, but if you want to, go slowly. It really depends on how much energy you want to put into this, how aerobic you want to make it. You can do it lower, but you'll get a lot more work done if you bring it up here almost to shoulder height. Just don't go up here, go stay here. And just keep those fists soft and breathe, because it's so easy to concentrate on this one that you forget to breathe. So really concentrate on breathing and forget about what the hands and arms are doing. Just focus the breathing. Become intensely aware of your breath. The more you forget about what the hands are doing, the more you can do with it. It's when we focus on where we're straining that we start wearing out. But if you'll focus on the breath, you might just totally forget that you're wearing out your arms. Okay, that was the first minute. Good job. I can almost feel the breeze from some of you. Good job. Now, whichever way you were going, reverse it. That's a clue that we're halfway through. My room's kind of hot, so this actually is a refreshing breeze. I'm rather enjoying the wind coming from my own hands. Remember, you can go slowly, especially if you're wearing out, or you can keep that fast going. You got one more minute if you want to really push it. It's up to you. Oh man, you guys are really tearing this one up. Good job. "30 seconds. You want to speed it up for that last 30 seconds? Don't have to. "15 seconds. Can you speed it up a little more now? For 15 seconds, can you speed it up? 5 seconds. and release. Shake it out. Shake those arms, shake those shoulders. Actually, you might want to rub those shoulders. They kind of deserve a little bit of a massage after what they just did for you. They're kind of going, what the heck is this person doing to me right now? Jeez. It feels good to massage though. Kind of warm them up a little bit with the hands by rubbing them. Okay, our next one is a bit of a challenge, so be careful with it. You're going to bring the feet in front and the toes pointing up to the ceiling. Straight leg. You need to have your tush toward the front of the chair to give you some space, but be careful because you don't want to get so close to the front that you fall off. I mean, obviously, you don't want to accidentally walk off. You don't want your tush to walk off the chair. You're going to lean back in the chair a little bit. You're going to bend the elbows, and the hands are just basically spread open, pointing forward. Now, I'm going to give you the easy version first. The easy version is raise 1 foot 2 to 4 inches off the floor and breathe. You lean back to counterbalance a little bit and breathe. You're going to feel it right here in the abs. And you hold that until that leg is shaking so much that you want to put it down and raise the other leg. So you can go back and forth. When one leg wears out, go to the other leg. If you're up for it, bring both legs up. That's a bit harder. Only do that if you're really up for it. And then you can always switch and come back to the 1 foot at a time. I got the timer going. And breathe. By tomorrow, you'll have abs of steel. Keep it going. We're not going to do this one as long as we were doing the others because it's a bit of a challenge. This is called stretch pose. It's one of the hardest poses. Well, it's not the most difficult, but it's a challenge. It's one of the most challenging poses in Kundalini Yoga. But the ones that challenge us are the ones we need the most. And most of us do need a little bit of tummy tightening. Remember to lean back so that you get a little counterbalance. It makes it a lot easier. And breathe. "30 seconds. Shaking leg is a good response that tells you it's time because that leg's starting to weaken. 10 seconds. And release down. Move those muscles, move those legs. Now, sit up straight in your seated easy pose. Wrap your hands or your fingers or hands, however you want to look at it, around one knee. It can be behind the knee or it can be in front of the knee. But you want to lift and hug that knee to your chest. You actually want to lean back in the chair with that hug and then put it down. And grab the other one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. If that's uncomfortable, just come up as far as you're comfortable. Just lift it up and put it down. Lift it up and put it down. But hug it like you're really fond of that knee. Even if you just lift it a little bit, just think, man, I'm really fond of that knee. Think of what that leg does for me every day. I'm really happy with it. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and release both legs down. Grab your chair. Grab it, lean back in the chair, bring your feet up, and let's just spend 1 minute pedaling your bike. Pedal your bike for 1 minute. You can also do one leg, pedal that bike one-legged if that works for you, if you've got a bad leg or maybe an injury. You can also just step on the floor. Pedal your bike by stepping the floor. Already halfway there. Ten seconds. Release down. Stretch out that leg, pull it in. Stretch it out and pull it in. Yeah, that feels good. Between stretch pose and bike riding, they're really good for our legs. Now, sit up tall. You're going to open your hands, fingers widespread, and you're going to hold them up in a V. And then you're going to act like you're going to clap, like that. But don't really hit the hands. Stop short of hitting the hands. That's it. It's a soundless clap. We call this aura scoop, scooping the aura. Breathe. That's it. Kind of reminds me of that old axiom of what's the sound of one hand clapping? Kind of like what we're doing here. We got two one hands clapping, making no sounds at all. If you need to adapt this, there's always front, doing it in the front. If your shoulders just won't hold up that high yet, they will with practice. We'll keep doing things like this in class until those shoulders are really nice and strong. It's really the nervous system in the shoulder we're going for. A side effect is we build muscle there too. Strength. Keep it going. I need to just check and see what's on the agenda next. Okay. Release the arms down. Let's do some shoulder rolls. Just lift the shoulders and roll back. Open up that heart center. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Roll the other way. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Now I want you to put your right hand over your heart. Take your left hand and put over the right hand. Can you feel your heart beating? Maybe you can. Now let's just go to our breath. Slow the breath. Nice slow breath into your belly. Maybe an even slower exhale. And just start noticing how that heartbeat starts to slow down as we start relaxing at the end of our session. Keep it going while I stop the music. Keep your breath and simple meditation going. This is a simple Kundalini meditation called Meditation on a Calm Heart. It's a great one to do in the evening before bedtime. Do it for 5 or 10 minutes. Your awareness is on your slowing heart. Maybe it won't slow down that much. Maybe it will. Depends on how fast it was going when you started. Making sure you're breathing. And if you care to release yourself from your meditation, open your eyes if they closed. And I'm going to bring up the slides again and do a little closing statement. Good class, by the way. Very impressed by how you guys hung in there. Remember, Kundalini is not your gym yoga. It's not what most of us have done growing up and in our adulthood even. That's called what I refer to as gym yoga is actually called Hatha yoga. It's very good stuff. I teach Hatha yoga, but it's really about exercise and building muscles. Kundalini is therapeutic. It's totally about strengthening us, making our nervous system stronger, making our glands work more optimally, our organs function better by massaging them. So if you want to promote your better health, come back and join me as often as you can. Keep some of the recordings, and maybe you want to do a class without me in between. But please come back and join me, because I love doing this with a group. This is one practice that really I just love to share because I think it is so little known and so useful. We're on Get Set Up, and I hope you're having some good experiences with Get Set Up, and you are eager to share them on social media, on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. But if you're willing to share, but you don't want to go on those platforms and do it, just email Liz, Liz at getsetup.io. Will post your experiences on the website blog. If you haven't had water in a while, grab some while I'm sipping. These classes always leave me thirsty. Some other related classes are, of course, any of the yoga classes. The other yoga classes are all going to be variations of Hatha. One of my favorites is something called Yin Yoga, Y-I-N. Yin Yoga is wonderful. It's a recent addition, US created variation on Hatha Yoga, where you go into a position slowly, and then you hold it and breathe slowly, getting into the position a little deeper for 3 to 5 minutes. Very relaxing, great for flexibility, wonderful for seniors. So maybe you want to check out the Yin Yoga class. Now, my next classes are Tai Chi. Why is it great for seniors? That's my intro to Tai Chi. If you've not done Tai Chi, you haven't been in my Tai Chi class, please stop into why Tai Chi is great for seniors, so I can kind of give you an education on what the heck Tai Chi is and what a class is like. And then once you've done that, start coming to Tai Chi for beginners as often as you can make it, because we're studying a sequence of forms that you flow through called the Sung Style 12. And it's great for seniors. It's great for arthritis. It's great for balance. So come join us. Another Tai Chi class I teach is called Shibashi. Cute little word. It's 18 movements that are designed to be therapeutic. It's kind of like Kundalini Yoga, but each class we're doing the same 18 movements now. There are other classes. This is called set 1. Soon I'll introduce set 2. But you'll come to class and we'll continue doing these 18 movements, which will end up by the end of class moving everything in your body. So that's one reason it's therapeutic. It's easy, it's gentle, it's fun to do. So come share Shibashi with me. Someone the other day told me in one of the classes that in another language, 18 means to life. And I'm not sure if the gentleman was referring to L'chaim or something else, but what a great concept if Tai Chi Shibashi was based on some ancient concept of 18 meaning to life. I like that concept. And of course, I teach Kundalini Yoga, this class, and I'm started just a couple of weeks ago teaching a class called Sit and Get Fit. It is not meditative or relaxing. It's aerobic. So if you'd like to do chair aerobics with me, come to my Sit and Get Fit class. The difference between, I'm teaching 2 classes, Saturday morning and Sunday afternoon, Eastern time, 4 o'clock and 9 o'clock Eastern time, Eastern US. The Saturday morning is going to be a little slower moving than the Sunday evening. If you want to come to Sunday evening and go slower, you're more than welcome to. If you want to come to Saturday morning and go faster, you're the more than welcome to. But I'm going to guide the class to be a little slower on Saturday and a little faster on Sunday. So come give it a try. It's about moving for 35 minutes without stopping. So come give it a try. I'm really enjoying teaching it. I'll send you some class notes tonight that talks about Kundalini. It's going to echo a lot of what I said, but the notes are very important in the sense that there's a feedback option where you can click this feedback button, the big orange thing, and you'll get this little, I don't know, it looks like a 3x5 card to me. That'll pop up and you can give your feedback. You'll get to rate the class, the session of the class, today's session of this class. It's going to default to 4 stars. You're welcome and invited to click the 5th one. Either way, please add comments if you've got them about the class. And then over here, you can do the same thing about the guide. I'm personally inviting you to click the 5th star. It's very simple, doesn't cost any more. You just put the cursor there and click it. And then put in any comments if you care to about me. And then down here, tell us how Get Set Up could improve. You know, there's probably some things about the scheduling system that could be improved, but we would love to hear your opinions and advice. And believe me, the management takes it to heart. And if you've got something else you'd like to learn that's not being taught on Get Set Up, please mention it here. And if they get enough requests, they'll actually go looking for a teacher. That's how I got involved. They went looking for a Tai Chi teacher, and that got me connected. And now I'm teaching other classes too. But a lot of people were asking for that specific class, and they went hunting. So they will do the work to find you what you want. Invite all your friends. When you're booking a class, you have the option to click the big blue button, invite a friend, and go right into a sequence that'll let you invite friends right there. Now, your relatives are friends, your neighbors are friends, even that character down the street that fusses with you when you walk by their house might be an enemy, but could be made into a friend. So consider inviting the fuss character, and who knows, you guys might find something in common and get set up. Or maybe you'd just be so appreciated for the kindness of inviting. If you're on your mobile, it's the same option, but it's a little red bar or a little orange bar, whatever color that is on your screen, where you can invite a friend. Host an interest group. What interests do you have? Do you love, I was going to be really cute and talk about cutting up shrubs into certain shapes. And so help me, can't think of the word now. Is it apiary? That's not right. Oh, well, artwork and shrubs. Maybe that's your interest. Host an interest group in whatever you're interested in. Maybe you like modern art. Maybe you like making flavors of tapioca. Whatever your interest is in, whatever you have an interest in, consider hosting a session in it and sharing that with other people, because others will come and talk to you, and you'll be amazed how many people share the same interest. And attend some of these interest groups. See what goes on. I think you'll be amazed how much chat goes on and how sociable it gets. Share your organization. Are you related with any organization that work with seniors, such as assisted care, senior living, government, community organizations? Send us the contact information for that agency, because we would love to reach out to these places and see if we can partner with them. Just email help@getsetup.io and send us that contact information. Also, if you want a copy of the recording, just request it after class. Also at that same address, help@getsetup.io. I think we have a cat or a dog running through one of the screens, but I'm not getting enough image to see if it, yeah, it's got to be a cat tail I'm seeing. My classes are all listed in the general schedule, but if you want to go just to a list of my classes, you can go to getsetup.io/series/ty, ty, and that address will be in my notes. And if you like, you can just, what's it called? It's not called pinning to your browser, but you can make it persistent on your browser so you can find it easily. And if you don't know how to do that, ask the people at help. Okay. Not sure why I have a white screen there, though. Well, thank you all for joining me this nice evening. Oh, it's an evening for me. It's getting to be 7:30. Hope you enjoyed the class and hope you'll come back often. Have another Kundalini class. Boy, I have to think fast now that I said that. I actually don't remember. I think it's Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. So come back and join me for another class. I'll be here again next Tuesday night. Until then, let's say we got some chat and we got a couple of minutes. Let me see if there's something in chat I can share with the group. Jules, Satnam to you too. Satnam is the Kundalini version of Namaste. Joy, Joy, Tai Chi is a movement practice where you take multiple forms and flow through them. Come to my Tai Chi, why it's great for seniors, and I'll tell you all about it. Thank you for asking. Also, Tai Chi Shibashi, come attend a class and I'll fill you completely in. But yeah, if you got a question about any of those classes, any of those terms, please come join me in one and I'll fill you completely in. So it's 1:15 in Tucson, everybody, where I live. Yuck. Yeah, I understand Arizona's a little hot right now. Is that true? Somebody was talking about it in class earlier. Thank you for the nice topiary. That was the word. Thank you, Pamela. That was the word I couldn't think of. Maybe you love topiary. Okay. Classes that we're running out of time. So I'm going to say goodbye. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself so you can take care of your loved ones. Be good. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.